This week's topics are Hardwell's return to Ultra Music Festival and other great moments, some highlights from Miami Music Week, EDC information coming from Insomniac, and much more to talk about in week 13 of 2022. This is your electronic music news from Altered Frequencies.
The Ultra Music Festival, a massive festival,
being postponed amid growing concerns about crowds.
With all music festivals being on hiatus for nearly 3 years, the first festival season back was going to be a big one.
The other big event happening in town is the Ultra Music Festival, and it starts on Friday.
Now fully into it with one of the first major festivals in Miami, Florida, Ultra Music Festival 2022, with the city hosting massive crowds for Miami Music Week leading up to the festival weekend. Ultra is back at its iconic spot in downtown Miami from 2019's badly organized Ultra in Virginia Key, a small island that brought a wave of issues of its own.
Virginia Key can't handle this event. We can't handle this event. This will put my residents in danger of being trapped on an island for 3 days.
Only one street connecting the beach to the city. This year, it seemed to be back how it was, with massive headlining shows and other great stages surrounding the downtown park. The main story this week is that we saw the return of DJ and producer Hardwell. He started gaining attention in 2011, being a major part in forming the big room sound of early 2010s. But in 2013 and 2014, he was awarded #1 DJ in the world by DJ Mag. But in 2021, he was off the list entirely. What happened? Well, in 2018, he announced that he was going on hiatus from touring to focus on his personal life and new music. But now, after years of not playing to live crowds, he's back at one of the biggest festivals in the US, closing out the main stage on day 3 at Ultra Music Festival. Since we haven't heard anything new from him in a while, people didn't know what to expect. His new sound is dark and heavy, but still structured like his old music, fusing techno elements with his Hardwell sound. In the past few years, we've seen a big uptrend in the global techno scene with the likes of Adam Bayer's Drum Code and I.O. in the United States. So seeing Hardwell transition into this sound is a natural fit for someone like him that was so on top of the DJ world but has slowly fallen off to new trends and sounds, leaving that classic Hardwell sound of Big Room behind. Now he has stated that the Big Room sound was for the people, and now making music that he enjoys, mixing his style with heavy techno elements from the likes of UMEC and Space 92. I personally enjoyed the new music, and it falls in line with the timeline of music progression I've written out, showing you here quickly how I believe that we are moving into a new era of music where the techno sound is going to be the main style for a while. Moving away from the slap tech house phase into the fast techno jumping energy we had back when Hardwell was huge. I also believe that many other DJs are aware of this rotation and energy that we go through, and that's how the major DJs are able to stay on top. For example, ever wondered where this slap house style that's super popular now came from? Originally called Brazilian bass, led by Alok, who found international success in 2016, who is currently sitting at number 4 in the DJ Mag Top 100 list. DJ and producer Tiesto recognized the talent coming from Brazil.
Well, there's a lot of talent from Brazil right now coming up. There's like this guy Vintage Culture is doing really well.
Right.
Of course, I did Seven. With Seven, we did Boom.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Alok. So there's a lot of Brazilian amazing artists coming out right now.
Cool.
So
Now, just like Tiesto saw the shift back then, Hardwell is joining the shift now with his techno sound, recreating his iconic Spaceman song and showcasing only new music. The day after the event, he released details about this upcoming world tour and new full-length album. Now, with all this said, we can't really give him the credit for creating this sound, as there has been many other DJs and producers that have been making this sound for a while now, as there has been this rise in techno popularity over the years. But again, I'm happy to see this progression in music, and I look forward to all the new songs from Hardwell and all the other artists creating techno with their own twist. Now for something totally different that happened on the same stage, Kygo brought out rapper 50 Cent. There has been this trend in the United States where we're seeing more and more hip-hop artists performing at electronic music festivals, such as Post Malone or A$AP Rocky at EDC. Let me know in the comments what is your opinion on hip-hop artists joining DJs on stage at electronic music festivals. And something interesting happened right before Hardwell got on stage. The 3 rings for Swedish House Mafia appeared on the screen and the crowd went crazy. But it was just a teaser of a new song and them announcing that they're going to be returning to Ultra next year for 2023. Another great highlight was at the live stage where we saw Pendulum return as a live band. Now this is an interesting case if they would have never gone on hiatus to see where they could have been now as a band fused with electronic music. I'll place a bet on electronic bands being more popular in the future. Big props for them for coming back for this, and I hope to see new music from them. Then to finish off the segment on the Ultra Festival, some other great moments were Tiesto on the main stage. Fisher on the main stage for some party house music. And the great back-to-back from Vintage Culture and Claptone. Now for a few notable events that happened throughout Miami Music Week. Chicago's tech house producer John Summit, still running hot from his 2019 release of Deep End. Now he has kicked off his own record label, marking the start of the next major step in John Summit's career.
So we just did our first event for Off the Grid in Miami, and what's next is the first record release, which will be a single of mine, of course. Throwing events all over the country and hopefully all over the world, and really taking it off the grid. There's so much potential here. I'm just excited to keep it going and staying busy right now.
And since it's Miami, there's going to be amazing pool parties. Some notable ones being the Hell Deep Records pool party, MK's pool party, or even Green Velvet's La La Land. Also, the Confessions label party seemed like a great time with Shami, Mala, Abstract, Jaws, AC Slater, Oliver Heldens. Also, some great clubs you want to check out is the Live nightclub, hosting the biggest names in electronic music. Or maybe the Underground Club is more of your style. You'll want to check out Club Space and be a part of that vibe. The next Ultra for 2023 was announced for March 24th to the 26th. Tickets will be selling out, so if you plan on visiting the festival or Miami Music Week, get your tickets now because they will be gone. Links are below. Another story that came out this week was that Cascade was awarded nearly $8 million from a nightclub that's no longer around. He had a guarantee from their nightclub to play at their venue, but when they went under, they ended up not paying him. But under contract, he was rightfully awarded the money in full for the days that he was supposed to play at their venue. This is great for all DJs to hold nightclubs accountable for any compensation that was in their contract. Now to finish off the news roundup, here are the music festival lineups that were announced this week. Thank you for catching up on the electronic music news of week 13 with Altered Frequencies. My name is Hiram. Catch you on the next week.